Welcome back to some more Simpsons Hit and Run with me, Daniel. We're going to find out more about that car later on. This episode, we're going to do all the things that weren't story related in this final level in Halloween in the Springfield suburbs. Let's start off by talking to Smithers.
Can you help me out? There's some scary, weird, godless, fascinating stuff going
on. Like that dude behind us.
Mr. Burns wants me to run some errands, but I have a brunch date. You know how it is.
Whatever, just give me the mission.
Flaming tires. Help Smithers find the items for Mr. Burns before time runs out. By far and away the easiest mission in this level.
Piece of cake.
Having said that, we're going to show you the trap it puts you in. So the first thing we need to do is find the sock garters, and they're on top of the quickie mart for some reason.
Whoa.
So we're just going to walk straight there and hand them back to Smithers. Nice and easy. Yes, there's a timer, but not a strenuous one.
Here you go, Mr. Smithers.
Oh, thank God. His socks have been pooling around his ankles for days. And this is his favorite brand, Alan Quartermain's Keep-em-Ups.
What next?
And then it says, hey, you have 15 seconds. Find Doc Wunderstein's dental something something something. Nobody actually reads this stuff. So you think, oh, it's nearby, so I'll get on my feet and get moving. And then you find out it's on top of the Krusty Burger. You can't get there in time on foot.
Oh!
And even the game's like, you should drive a fast vehicle.
I need a disco nap.
So almost everybody that does this mission for the first time fails the first time for that very setup failure. But is this mission difficult? No, absolutely not. So we're going to go grab those socks again. And this is meant to be the easy piece of platforming, and yet we still make it look very, very difficult. That's a talent that I don't know if it's this game has or it's me or both.
Here you go, Mr. Smithers.
Oh,
Yes, we know he loves his keep-em-ups. This guy, that zombie is still there. He must have been eating lots of blueberries because his mouth is wild looking. So we're gonna go get the tooth powder, and the way to do it is you go up this ladder and then just slide straight over. There we go. It might take you a couple of attempts to do that, but it's not difficult, and this mission is so short that if you do miss it a couple of times, not a big deal. So let's go give the tooth powder back to Smithers. Kind of a creepy thought, but okay.
Doc Wunderstein's tooth powder.
Thanks, Simpson. Mr. Burns doesn't have teeth anymore, but it makes him feel young when I rub this on his gums. The things we do for love.
Uh-huh. Gross. What next?
I thought so exactly. That skeleton in the background, by the way, terrible driving.
Let's do this thing!
We hated it so much we had to run it down. So for some reason this record is right on top of Lard Lad. Don't ask me how it got there. How was it even going to stay in place? We didn't even grab the card. Amazing physics. I don't know how that happened, but I'm not going to complain because it means I don't have to clip that out. So I'm okay with it. So let's go back to Smithers. Now we have the vinyl.
What does he need this for?
Mr. Burns likes to vote OD exercise every morning. It keeps his muscles from falling off the bone.
Great. Gotta go.
Basically, he's got chicken wings, I guess. And that is the whole mission. We get to unlock Mr. Burns' limo. Really, there are only two reasons that you would ever use this vehicle. So let's go select it very briefly, because this is going to be the only time it ever has. Where's the phone booth? There it is. Yeah, there are two reasons why you would ever use Mr. Burns' limo. One, because it's driven by Smithers and he's really funny. And secondly, because its toughness score is enormous.
Can you come and get me? I'll pay you in back rubs.
Sure. I have to stop in the area for the new Malibu Stacy doll hat anyway.
If you want to break vehicles and get coins, this is the vehicle to do that with.
It was like that when I got here.
That's simply atrocious scratch.
As proven.
Send the bill to my lawyer for shredding.
Yeah, I do love some of Smithers' one-lining. One-lining? One-liners. I don't think it's one-lining. Disgusting. But yes, his one-liners, pretty cool. Some good fun there. Speaking of other vehicles, though, because you've done all I need, let's go talk to Gail and get some bonus vehicles.
Yeah, you're gonna buy a car?
We sure are. We're going to buy one car and one hover bike. 1,000 coins. Crazy money. Amazing top speed. Great acceleration. Okay handling. About as tough as a wet cardboard box. This is the type of vehicle I imagine that Homer would get when he's in his second midlife crisis.
Can't you see I'm driving here?
If you are more talented than I at driving in this game, I can see why the hoverbike might be useful. However, I unfortunately am me, so I will not be using this hoverbike. Instead, I'll be using this hearse. In terms of stat total, well, star total, I guess, in this game, nothing can beat this one. Great top speed and acceleration, pretty good handling and toughness. Having said that, I still don't like it all that much, but we'll probably use it for the races, just because, well, it's thematically appropriate. Oh, a secret trait, I guess, of this vehicle I didn't know. It likes to hump the side of Krusty Burger. Gross. And now you know. Okay, so let's go do some of the old racing. But we're going to not do the traditional racing. We're going to race first in this final optional vehicle. The RC car. Genuinely surprised they didn't make a mission revolving around having to use this. It would have been kind of cool, but no, they didn't. This vehicle sucks. I hate to say it, but it's not fast. It's not great at turning, and it's also... Oh my god, that zombie wrecked itself on the tree. Yeah, this also has wet cardboard box strength potential. As you can see, we can barely even push this boat forwards. Cool that it's in here, just not useful. Sad. Alright, so we'll flip back to the hearse just to make sure that we don't accidentally use, well, the remote control car in the race. It's weird to think that Homer was in that car. So I guess he has Stewie Griffin's shrink ray. Weird. And look!
Ouch! My bikini zone's
That's not
chafing.
Ralph Milhouse or Nelson. What happened?
Hey, zombie! They have you working at the DMV now? Brains! Thank you. I do have nice brains.
That's not even the zombie that was there. Yeah, they just use the same zombie portrait for everyone. That feels like some type of zombie-based racism to me. However, the zombie can count better than Ralph can, so at least there's that. So yeah, so this would have been Milhouse's if Milhouse was around, which we'll talk about later. It's the time trial. It's a very, very short loop involving jumping over the ladder from the fire engine. I've intentionally chosen the hearse for this because it's more difficult. And you may be like, well, why would you do that to yourself? Because I love providing people entertainment. This vehicle's enormous and constantly gets stuck on the fire engine. If there was a time to use the hoverbike, this might be it. However, despite the fact that it doesn't cause nuclear waste to blow up, landing all these jumps does take a toll on your vehicle's toughness. So the hoverbike can't do this mission without you having to use that spanner and avoiding, to avoid exploding. So that's why we didn't do that. Because I'd still like to be able to win this race and provide entertainment at the same time. But even despite the fact that we got stuck twice pretty significantly, we still have time. Indeed. One race done. Ugh. We just stood in his brain. That's a gross thought. Let's go heal our vehicle. There is a coffin in the back, you may have noticed, but we never see if anything's in the coffin. So let's go to the... Well, the church... Speaking of wet cardboard boxes, the church kind of looks like it right now. Sad for it.
If I win this, you have to promise not to eat my brains. No deal.
At least he's honest. So, the circuit race. Nelson, where'd you go, buddy? Well, again, we'll talk about that later, too. This is by far and away, in my opinion, the most annoying race to win. Why? Well,
As soon as I'm done scratching myself, you're history.
it's not because I'm scratching myself, I can assure you. The layout is super inducive of weird physics moments and the AI just being spectacularly aggressive. Now don't get me wrong, I'm kind of glad that we have some challenge, but at the same time I can see a lot of people desk flipping for this race. As you can see, even trying to get past that car was a challenge. And we just got dive bombed by that boat. And because we are enormous, yeah, we were able to do like a 5-point turn. Still, it's nothing to worry about. If you're still in last by the end of the first lap, not a big deal. As long as the hearse in the lead doesn't get an astronomical distance ahead, we'll be fine. But yes, I do suggest a reasonably high toughness vehicle for this race. Oh my word, that wasn't the AI, that was just me being bad at driving.
Wait a minute, that was an insult.
These first and second got stuck on each other, I think, for a moment there.
I am evil Homer. As soon as I'm done scratching myself,
Yeah, there's an
you're
argument to
history.
be made to use Mr. Burns' limo for this mission. The only reason why I'm not is it has pretty poor acceleration by this stage. It kind of has the acceleration of a vehicle from maybe level 3 or 4. So ideally we wouldn't use it. Oh, no, I pit him, then he pits me. Let's do a nice J turn. Kind of like a J turn. Apparently I don't know what the letter J looks like, but that's okay.
Eat my dust. Where am I gonna put all these?
Again, we're still fine. I know we're still not in the lead. Oh my word. We're still not in the lead, but it's still fine. Homer's not as composed, I guess, as we are. But yeah, we're still plenty of time. It's a very long lap because, well, there's essentially no straight line, so we're constantly braking and turning. Now they're in the lead. Oh. Now that we're in the lead, it'll be fine. Oh, come on, dude. Everybody get out of the way. Jeez Louise. I told you, this race is just pure chaos. I hope I don't have to do this race a second time, but you never know. You never know. It's just sad because there's no level 8, we don't have a mystery driver in the car ahead. What is the AI do? Get out of the way. Stupid AI doing stupid AI things. Now, as long as we don't do something really silly, we should be fine now. Nice gentle turn into the, crazy house shortcut. Oh, don't do this. Don't do it. What are you doing? Turn left. Reverse in the direction that you want to go.
Let's do this thing.
Put on your own oxygen mask before helping others. Oh, sorry, I'm getting into all the safety speak. But no, we're fine. This race, about 80% of it was absolute chaos and failure. But the important thing is that the 20% that we did well was the bit at the end where we're going to win. So, I'll take it. And I like it. Indeed.
I am too smart. I am too smart. S-M-R-T. I mean, S-M-A-R-T.
Because we're doing the races in the intended order... Get out of the way, zombie. The next race is right around the corner. Isn't that convenient? Get out of the way, phone booth. Hi there, not Ralph. Oh, he didn't say anything. Sad.
Okay, living dead. Let's do this. And get back to trying to kill each other.
Sounds like plan.
Weird that they can talk when they want to, but they just say brains otherwise. Maybe they are just dressed up in costumes, who knows?
Brains.
So the Ralph equivalent race is just a race to the power plant. I know, because apparently we have to go to the power plant at least once to twice every time we're on this map. Just part of the deal. Unlike the circuit race though, this one is, well, it's a piece of cake. If you can get out front, the AI will just not catch you. There will be a little bit of rubber banding, but it's fine. It is funny that this is the one race where they try and block you from taking the path through the crazy house, and yet it's completely inconsequential because they left the shortcut to the graveyard open. Which, like I said before, the AI is notoriously poor at using, so you'll just get a lead that'll never be caught up as long as you're first by the time you get there. Even with some pretty ropey driving like that. Get out of there, beef sign. I've got no time for your shenanigans. Well, at least the glass worked this time. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, watch the last video. There's some interesting physics there. So all races completed. Not technically true. Go to the phone booth to get the open wheel racer. Because you'll notice, despite the fact that Ralph, Nelson, and Milhouse all got replaced by zombies, I guess the mob can just use their pure firepower to prevent that happening to them. I'm going to use this open wheel race car. If we thought the other vehicles we talked about had the strength of a wet cardboard box, this is a paper bag that has been set on fire and then dipped in acid. No toughness whatsoever, but by far and away the fastest vehicle in this game that you can get normally. It's funny because the rocket car from level 1 in a straight line is technically the fastest vehicle, but can't get that outside of level 1. So in terms of overall fastest, it's this guy. And it's a shame you only get it right at the end, but for balance purposes I can 100% understand why. This puts the hover bike to shame for speed, while also just steering like a dream. It has so much grip, barely does any sliding. You'll notice I can kind of jink left and right, almost on a dime. Even when you make a mistake like that, because it's so quick to turn, you can recover so very quickly. Yeah, this is... we're going to wreck that 1 minute 30 timer. It's not even going to be close. 1 minute 8. I'm sure that that's a time that can be quite easily beaten, but if you've ever played this game, let me know what your fastest time there is. Time for wasps. Final wasp go around, and they're still at the park, even in late October. You'd think they would have gone away, but no. First wasp down. We then have the pop next door. Beat up the wasp that's sitting adjacent to the park. Wasps in level 7 bounce around like crazy. Most of the time. Not all of them do, a lot of them do. We've got to return to the back of our own house, and this guy's sitting on the fence, which is kind of annoying. But we're not sitting on the fence, we are very anti-wasps. So get out of there. I don't even know why I'm collecting all these coins. I do not need them. Flanders, you also have a wasp. If only we could charge him for helping with his bug issues.
Luckily, I'm very fat.
Chief Wiggum plays no part in this level.
Door says, knock, knock. Are you the Easter Bunny?
So we know that Ralph is on the level, kind of, but just not out and about, I guess. Maybe he just has a tummy ache from eating too many crayons and too much sand. Who knows? Anyway, we're going to go murder the wasp in his garden. There we go. And we're going to have a little bit of a brief break. So we're going to go, instead of wasp cameras, we're going to do a little bit of a clothing segment. All the costumes are based on Treehouse of Horrors, which I think is pretty cool. And we're going to have the Dirty Hobo variant to start off with. I mean, it is exactly what it says. It looks ugly. I hate it. We're not going to be wearing it longer than we have to. If only he had his tin of beans. Nope, that's cola. Close, but no cigar. Next up, one that Homer himself has already mentioned. He is Evil Homer. And now he's just like Evil Homer. I do like this costume. Doesn't look too bad, despite the fact that we're talking about early 2000s graphics. It's funny when he scratches his butt and he's got the tail. I like it. It's funny. Good times. The shadowing looks like he's got an enormous monobrow. He doesn't. Whoops, ignore the fact that we definitely didn't touch that gag. Nope, that didn't happen at all. Last but not least, though, the donut costume from one of my favorite Treehouse of Horror episodes. He just ate nothing.
Unless you be from the sweepstakes, sod up. Stay out, it's Willie's time.
Ew. I didn't realize this was the episode where we were just going to go and interrupt the privacy of all of our neighbors and Springfield residents, fellow Springfield residents. Weird. Anyway. This wasp, how have you not been sucked up into this tractor beam? Stop electrocuting me and get murdered. The camera wants to show the alien ship at all times when you're in this area, so trying to get that wasp can be a little bit irritating. But anyway, he's done. He is now vaporized, because the tractor beam didn't do it for us, I guess. I mean, they are working on the same side. Maybe the shield made it immune to it. Who knows? Anyway, this wasp has had all of its sugar. Thank you. Bouncing around like he's on a space hopper, but no. Not anymore, he's not. Now we have to climb Springfield Castle. No, it says Springfield Elementary, but they have the Halloween decorations up. And we have one on one flank. He is now more like flank steak, freshly tenderized. And let's go wander over to the other side of the school, because I'm sure there's an old waspy boy waiting for us there as well. Maybe all these wasps went to Springfield Elementary and they're just the alumni. Didn't think about it that way before, did you? Probably not, because you're not crazy. But alas, he's toast. I'll grab all these boxes off screen, it's fine. So we can't go into the other phone codes area, because yeah, we have this barricade. It's another part of the level we can't access. So things like the Golden House can't get there. And this guy, whew, he is super mad about it. No wonder he's trying to ruin our day. Yay, more platforming. I know you guys love when I platform. But we have to climb the Springfield Bridge again. Come on. Come on. You'll be happy to know this is the last time we'll need to do it, because there's no card up here. And we have to go take this one wasp that's just chilling. I think we'll just follow the coins mostly for safety over there. We're not going to slide down, though. We don't need to. There we go. Take that. Go on camera. You can do it. Thank goodness he doesn't jut around like a maniac, because I would not want to climb back up here again. Also, look at the water. I know that's where they dump the cola supply, but holy jumpins, it looks wild. It almost looks like jam. Jam donut. Delicious. Anyway, we're gonna go to get some trailer trash wasps. Sayonara. Pretty sure your buddy's a couple of camps down. Yep, there he is. Billy Bob and Durrill, I don't know. Trying to name these wasps, we're losing the plot.
Ow! I lost my buzz.
You'll be happy to know that Otto's still safe, guys. I went and I checked. Unfortunately, his bus is still rubbish, so we can barely drive up this mild slope outside the silo. But one positive of this bus is can we get this wasp to come down, please? Can Mr. Waspy come out and play? What game are we playing? We're playing Hulk Smash. He didn't take it very well. I've saved you the hassle of watching me climb up to Mr. Burns' office again, because I know it was pain. Oops. Thank goodness you don't move around too much either, Mr. Waspy, because I would have been very upset. Outside of the power plant in the car park, we have this boy sitting in the corner, and it took me an embarrassingly long time to find, which is why we jump cut. I knew there was one here somewhere. But he's right in the back left corner as you approach. Yeah, sure am. That's my name.
Whoa.
Daniel Lean Mean Speed Thingy. It's on my birth certificate, prove me wrong. Wasp on top of the Quickie Mart, you are still here. I will give you points for consistency, but that's about all you're gonna get. I don't even need that coin. Just RPG logic. You just need to collect coins at all times, even if you don't need them.
Ooh, I'm soaring like a candy wrapper in an updraft.
Notice the sign change for Lard Lads? It is creepy. Oops, didn't mean to kick that box, but that's fine. Get out of here. And speaking of Lard Lads,
Whoa!
he still has a wasp. No, he does not. Maybe that's why he's so angry, because wasps keep coming near him. You never know. Last but not least on the wasp front, we've got to climb up to where the remote control car is, because apparently this wasp tried to get in it, but little does he know, he doesn't have hands. Or now anything. Neat. Sayonara wasps, no more to cover. And now we can go to cards. Is this card ethereal? I keep jumping through it. There we go. It is a soul donut. Maybe it's a ghost donut. Who knows? Anyway, we're gonna go collect the card on top of the weird park in the corner between our house and the Quickie Mart. If we can get up the slide, that would be awesome. There we go, finally, to get the crusty doll. Trying to zoom into the message on the house, but that went really well. We just zoomed into Homer's backside. So, go team.
Bouncy, bouncy.
Let's go see Mr. Unhappy Lard Lad and finally pick up that card. The time travel toaster.
Oh, that was too easy.
Wow, he's real angry. Looks like he's got a stiff neck. You should probably get some Rub A535 on that. Well, that would have been cool if we made able to jump and get that card. But no, not quite. Let's go grab the card from the slide at school.
That was too easy.
The Human
Just a few
Cookbook.
more.
Honestly, probably still better than some of my home cooking. Alas, what can you do? So we're at the cemetery. And what you're meant to do is get out of your vehicle and climb across some of the debris that's in the water stretch there. However, we're going to try and do this the fun way and drive straight into the card. And the little coffin dodger here.
Speed thingy.
Yeah, it's got the perfect
Sell
speed.
this on the internet. Ah!
Ah! He's scared of that hell toupee. I don't blame them. Back at the silo, we're going to do a tiny amount of platforming. For some reason, the silo tap is moving around, but it's fine. But if you only jump once, too bad, so sad. You have to do a double jump, otherwise you don't quite get close enough to picking up the monkey's paw, who's trying to give us the bird, but not quite. Last but not least... Oops! I guess you should tack that onto the trapdoor count. Last but not least, let's grab the Smart calendar. And we do have the complete card deck. We'll talk about the bonuses that gives later. Now we have to go do all of our gags. Get out of the way, Admiral. I can barely hear that, but I'm guessing the baseball game is finished. I ended in a no result guessing on what happened in the story version of level 7. But yeah, we've spoken to the TV's spoken to us. We have now turned our donut into creme brulee. Break some more swing sets. Marge must just be thrilled that every time... Homer's broken it twice, and in fairness, she's broken the slides once too, the swings, so meh. Bart's room, the lamp that we're definitely going to intentionally trigger this time, that we most certainly did not do before. Right. And his clown bread. Clown bread! Yeah, that's definitely bread. As terrifying as ever. Let's just move on to Ron Todd.
Stranger danger.
I would say if a talking, walking donut came over, that would be stranger danger.
Wow, I need a disco nap.
More swing devastation. You must just hate swing sets. The staff must just absolutely hate them. Let's go to the Quickie Mart. We've got more stuff to stare at. Now, I want to ask...
What do you have that is high in both fat and alcohol content?
That's not actually what I wanted to ask. But what I do want to ask... Why are Nelson and Milhouse still here? You lazy bums. You were meant to be doing the DMV's racing.
I swallowed my retainer.
Oh.
Is it the future yet?
Kids have no work ethic these days. We talked to Frostilicus. We've got all the standard Quickie Mart things to do. We've got to get Larry Looter for the 3rd time. Missed opportunity. Why was this not Halloween themed? Nothing. No difference. Sad. We've got to get our 1 coin from the ATM. We've got to set off the silent alarm that is oh so silent. We've got to blow up the Quickie. The Quickie machine? That's not what I meant. The slushy machine. Devastation. And we've got to make it back to the school, because we have 2 more inside the school. And they haven't changed either. Like, could have changed so many things. Also, that a deuce? Huh. I thought you were in your shack, Willie. Inconsistent. But yes, we set off the fire extinguisher and the alarm. So many things I could have done in the school that just never happened. Sad times. Last gag. We're back at the power plant. I know, who would have seen that coming? For like the 100th time we're at the power plant, and it's the gas escaping again. Awesome. Alright, so that is everything covered. This is not the last episode, though. We have plenty more things to do. We're going to go through all the bonus material. There's quite a lot of it. There's bonus content. We'll just have a fun old time next time around. Stick around, like the video if you did, subscribe if you want to see more. It's been a pleasure dealing with it. Yeah, we're going to have fun next time. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye now.